Mm, mm, mm. And look at the juices. Hey there, welcome to yet another episode of Hanging Out with me in the kitchen space. In today's episode, let's make something quite a little bit interesting, and we are making some vegetarian meat that we are going to use to put in our burger. This recipe is highly inspired by my most favorite Kenyan food content creator here on YouTube, and her name is Juliet Kane, and also on TikTok, and she has very amazing vlogs over there. I have some white onion, some ginger, garlic, my eggplant, and some baby marrow or konje, coriander stems, some cooking oil. For the list of spices, here I have some chicken masala, some paprika, and some black pepper. And without further ado, let's get started. So for her recipe, she diced her ingredients, then blended them. But because we do not have that particular blender, we are just going to go with the easier option, which is to grate our ingredients. Then we can proceed to the other side for cooking. So I'm going to be removing the skin of this eggplant. I find it inakwanga a little bit tough, and also something that I should mention is that eggplant inakwanga na kaukali flani, and so I'm going to put 2 parts of this and 1 part of eggplant.
So once my pan is extremely hot, I'll go in with about a tablespoon of cooking oil, and once that is hot, I'll go in with my white onions. I'll also go in with my garlic, and then I'm also going to go in with my coriander stems. And in today's recipe, I want everything extremely soft. So I'm going to let this cook for about a minute or so, then I can go in with my garlic. I'm adding about 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to toast this for about an extra 30 or so seconds. And once the garlic becomes fragrant, I'm going to go in with my spices. So I'll add my spices, and I'm going to toast this also for about 30 or so seconds till they start becoming fragrant, and then I'll go in with my vegetables. One point you should know is once you cut your eggplant, it oxidizes with the air, and that's why you can see that my eggplant is a little bit dark. And we're going to cook it for about a minute, and then I can go in with my salt. So for the salt, add to taste, and we're going to cook this for about 4-5 more minutes, and you can also add some water if necessary, just to loosen things up and to facilitate the easier cooking of the eggplants. And once they are extremely soft and well done, we are going to switch off the fire and set them aside for about 10 or so minutes so that they can cool down. Then we can proceed with the other stage. This is about 10 minutes later, and my meat has already cooled. So I'll start by adding some coriander leaves, and I'm going to mix this till everything is well combined. Then we are going to form our binding agent. And for today, I'm using some egg and some bun because I do not have some breadcrumbs. But if at all you have the breadcrumbs, feel free to use them. I'm just going to cut my bun into smaller sizes, and if at all you also do not have an extra bun and instead you have some bread, feel free to use it and just cut it into small pieces, and then just rub it off so that the breadcrumbs can fall into the mixture. Alternatively, if you have some bread or some bread bun, you can put it in the oven for about 5-7 minutes thereabout. Get it out and then crush it into the mixture, and this is just an easier way of forming some breadcrumbs. So I'm going to combine this till everything is well combined. Then I'm going to start forming my patty balls, and I'm just going to form 3 burger patties, and then we'll proceed to the cooking stage. Let's prep our burger before we proceed to the other side, and I'll start by cutting my burger buns into halves, and then I'm going to spread them with some margarine, or you can also use butter depending on whichever you have, and this is going to help them not to become soggy faster when we start adding our fillings. Then I'm going to start off by heating my pan, and once it's extremely hot, I'll go in with about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and then I'm going to add in my onions. I'm going to slow cook this for about 15 or so minutes till they become caramelized, and about 5 minutes later, I'll go in with about a teaspoon of sugar. Then for the patty balls, I'll add about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil into my pan, and then I'm going to add my patty balls. Then I'm going to press them lightly till they attain the shape that I want, the shape and size that I want. Then we are going to proceed to cook them for about 1.5 minutes on each side. Remember, everything is well cooked here. We are just slightly cooking the egg, kinda. Once I'm done, I'll proceed to prepare my burger buns, and I'm going to simply add them onto the fire and let them form a crust, kinda. And then we are going to take them off and proceed to the other side where we can do the assembly.
So finally, we are in that part where we get to assemble our ingredients, and I also toasted my bread. So I'm going to start with this, and this is just a layer of some cabbage and carrot with some black pepper, some salt and some cooking oil. Just to make this a little bit juicy, I'm going to go in with my tomato sauce. Then I'll place my meat, and you can see this is how it looks like. I'm going to layer my tomatoes, and you can just arrange this however you prefer. I have no particular order, and I'm also working with what I have. Then I'm also going to add some little bit of my onions. Then finally, I'm going to top it up with some avocado. Then I'm going to top it with some little bit of salt. And that. And there, guys, we have our 3 burgers. And now it's time for the moment of truth, where we get to taste, and I'll give a verdict on how everything tastes like. Oh, as you can see, the different layers of sure, it's actually a thing. Wow. The meat actually tastes better than it tasted while it was hot. And look at the juices. Wow, this is so cool. This combination is lapping a good one. I mean, you should check out that woman because she has very amazing content. You know, I would have never thought of something like this. I knew about the fake meat where I use some wheat flour, but not some zucchini and some eggplant. Look at how juicy these are in here. I think it's time to go and enjoy this off camera, and also check the description box for a similar video that she did, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe with her, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.